Hello and welcome, and this is a Porsche 911 Carrera RS, and so is this, and this, and also this one. Yes, so one of these Porsches were actually just added to Gran Turismo 7 with update 1.29. Now, just like the vast amounts of Silvias that are in the game, the Carreras are no different. Yes, they all share the same name, but they all have something unique about it. So I want to see what makes the new latest Porsche 911 Carrera RS actually unique. If you do go on to enjoy this video, don't forget leave a like and subscribe for more Gran Turismo 7 content. This is the 1973 Carrera RS. This is actually the oldest Porsche Carrera that we have in the game, and it is the latest one that has been added. So don't think now, oh, it's old, it's not gonna be good, because this has a 2.6 liter engine, sorry, correction, we're rounding up, a 2.7 liter engine which produces over 150 kilowatts. That is 210 horsepower. That is modern day power figures that we see in the latest GT86. So, okay, if we look at it from a modern standpoint, okay, it isn't that powerful of a vehicle. But if we rewind time and go back to the 70s, where a lightweight vehicle producing modern day power was king. Plus, to pair that with the iconic styling of the Porsche 911, the styling is so iconic they haven't even changed it. It seems like Porsche's designers are working with the motto of, if it isn't broken, don't fix it. I just want to clarify, this is a joke, by the way, before people start getting triggered and shouting at me in the comments. So driving the 73 Carrera, it really is it's a decent driving experience. I'll give it to it. It has enough power to light up the rear wheels, it is lightweight, and it is actually quite agile. If you point it towards a corner, it will go in that direction quite quickly, and the brakes aren't too shabby too. Overall, I say it's still a good sports car in today's modern times. Now, if we compare it to the 92 model, there is a slight difference, but it's nothing groundbreaking. It's not like, wow, this is a completely different car. It actually feels quite similar. And when it comes to handling, yes, it gives the same driving experience. The car is also lightweight, it is also quite powerful, and it is also just fun to drive. And the exact same thing can be said about the 95 model. Now, if you're looking for a big difference in the standard vehicles, well, you're honestly gonna be disappointed. Now, when it comes to performance and after fully upgrading the vehicles, we see that the 95 model is the most powerful. Then that is followed by the 92 model, and then lastly, the 73 model. Now, there's a difference of 112 brake horsepower between the 95 model and the 73 model. Now, that is a lot. But the 73 model does have lightness on its side. So if you line the two up for a drag race, the 95 model will still destroy it. Lightness is only really good in the corners, and that is where the 73 model really excels. Now, in Gran Turismo 7, it is not the easiest thing to control a Porsche. Porsches are naturally tricky because of the way the car sets up. The rear engine, rear wheel drive setup really requires you to change the way you drive. You cannot drive the same way as if you are driving, let's say, a BMW M3. The car will not handle the same because with all of the weight sitting on the rear tires, there is a lot of grip in the rear end. However, the front, with it having obviously of all the weights in the back, there's no weight in the front, so the car is very darty, if I must say. So with the car changing direction very quickly, it makes the car very unstable. And now if you keep adding power to this mix, the car just becomes almost undrivable. This is when you're gonna have to start jumping into changing and tuning your actual differential. Now, this is the cause and the main issue with the Porsche Carrera RS from 1995. If you drive the 95 model fully upgraded with no traction, you are gonna have to fight with the throttle quite a bit to actually keep this car in line. Now, in no way am I saying this is a bad car, or that it's hard to actually get the car to listen to you and to get around the corner at a relatively fast pace. Now when you do come out of corners, this is where the tricky part is. This is where the Porsche will try to unalive you, so you lose quite a bit of time trying to make sure that the back end doesn't actually spin you around. Now you don't actually have this issue in the 73 model, and if we look at it from a standpoint of iconicness, the 73 model is king. Now that is the main reason that that car is in the legendary dealership. Without this Porsche, the other Carreras would not be around. Without this Porsche where it is today would not be what it is. This Porsche is honestly a staple, a stepping stone in the history of Porsche. When you think of an old 911, most of the time you're actually thinking of the 911 Carrera RS. This car was incredible for its time period, and it is still incredible by today's standards. Even in Gran Turismo 7, it is a force to be reckoned with. Yes, it's not the fastest down a straight line, it's not the most powerful Porsche there is, but for what it is absolutely iconic. And because of that, you are gonna pay an iconic price tag. Now the car does come in at a price of over 700,000 credits. Actually, in fact, it is 745,000 credits, which is quite a lot of credits, especially if we compare it to the faster, newer models, which can be bought from the used car dealership for around 250,000 credits, actually less than that. So let's look at it from this standpoint. So the other two Carreras are going to be appearing more often than this 911 Carrera RS, because the 73 model would have been in the legendary dealership. If this car glitches out, we may never see this car again. I mean, the Suzuki Escort that was last seen in the legendary dealership in I think June last year. It's almost a year since the car has been last seen in the legendary dealership. Now, I could be actually wrong about that date, but the Suzuki Escort has not been seen in the legendary dealership in a very long time. So now, as I'm saying, the more modern, faster, more powerful Porsche Carrera RSs will be available for purchase more often at a cheaper price. So is it worth having this Carrera RS? In my opinion, it absolutely is. Is it worth the 700 and something odd thousand for just a name and for a specific year? Look, it is a really good name, but the price tag is a lot steeper compared to the other Carreras. So if you want to experience this power output and overall performance, wait for one of the other Carreras to pop up in the used car dealership. Save yourself a lot of money and you're still gonna have a lot of fun. So with all this being said, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.